final oval. It's the final night race. And it's glittering. Indy cars will shine. It's time to bring the action. Newgarden with a good start. Bourdais goes with him. Ferrucci on the outside and Power on the inside.
Power forces his way, and that's Sato and Hunter Ray getting together. Little bit of contact and a big wiggle from Hunter Ray. Great save.
Big start by Rossi. He was down the inside, but his teammate is on the inside of him as they go into 3. Pagenaud slots in behind Dixon.
How forceful was Will Power? Right into turn 1.
Oh!
Spinner.
Saves it. He saved it.
I don't know if he did. Yes.
He did.
Ericsson. Caution is out. Marcus Ericsson in his first race here at Gateway. And
look at all the grass inside the left front wing. He's going to hopefully come to pit lane to clear that off.
I see grass in my front wing, but I didn't touch anything, but Sato shoved my shop.
Watch this. We're on board with Ryan Hunter-Reay. That's Takuma Sato on the left. These are the cars that got together at Pocono in that big accident. They touch. Sato saves it, and of course Rossi was right in the mix just like last week.
He got loose too.
Yeah,
Rossi got loose.
Rossi got way sideways, and that allowed Hunter Ray to get a run on him. But look at this action on this car. Rossi goes down the inside, and then the track opens up for him, and he does a gas it up right here. Look. And contact for Sato and Hunter Ray again.
Yeah, Sato's sort of sandwiched here in the middle in the blue and white car.
All
he
four
gets
of
low,
those cars
and then he kind of bounces up, and Hunter Ray goes to avoid, and then Sato starts to save it. Can you imagine the irony if those 3 cars would have wrecked again?
And Hinch was in it too.
Yes.
You had Hinch, Sato, Hunter Ray, and Rossi all wheel to wheel again.
Now, is this the Ericsson incident? Yes, it is. He goes sideways himself.
Looked like he was just maybe a little bit on the curb.
Might have been dirty air. Could have put the left front on that curb. Either way, nice job to hang on to it.
Joseph Newgarden leads the field. On board with Santino Ferrucci. Go, go, go is the call, and Ferrucci said he's ready to do some passing tonight. Let's see what the rookie can do. He's up against Will Power, last year's winner, on board.
Santino Ferrucci got a good jump. Will Power had some wheel spin. It jumped out, but Will Power goes to the high side of Bourdais. Santino makes it 3 wide.
What a move from Power. Further back, Dixon's looking on Pagenaud as Ferrucci goes after his teammate and makes the move. Ferrucci to 3rd.
Awesome work early on the restart. This rookie is not intimidated by the ovals, and now he's chasing Joseph Newgarden, championship leader and the defending race winner in Will Power.
All season long, Santino Ferrucci's been the understudy, the apprentice Sebastian Bourdais. He calls him dad, and I think the apprenticeship is over, and it's time for the next generation, because look at the action going on here. That's Carpenter and Daly.
Everybody around Ferrucci is a series champion, and this rookie is up there battling with these guys.
Good side-by-side action further back. Ericsson with those fresh tires.
Zach Veach, what can he do tonight? Here's Simon Pagenaud working on fellow Frenchman, Sebastian Bourdais. Bourdais will hold that low line. Simon thinks about it twice. Will Power, by the way, has been a big advocate for a high line here, two-lane racing. Will we see it? He tried to make it all himself last night in final practice. We'll see as this race goes on.
And we saw that in practice last night, Diff, that Will was trying it up there. I asked him if he made any progress. He said if somebody would have come with me, that groove will come in. It's doable, and he really thinks they can make something happen. The other issue with Power is that they had some telemetry issues. They weren't able to learn a whole lot in that practice, so he also was coming in not sure what he has, but obviously he's finding it to his liking in the early going.
Pretty amazing, Paul, when you think about the wheel spin that Power had coming to the line for the restart, that he was still able to make a move on the outside of Bourdais in turn 1.
Yeah, Santino had the run on him, and he backed off wisely and then set the corner up. And Bourdais had a little bit of trouble in turn 1 with Power on the outside. But look at Santino right there on the back of Will Power. You look at these guys that are around him. I believe there's 12 times champions. If you count up all the championships of all the guys around him, it's 12 times.
Top 6 cars are 3 Penske's, 2 Ganassis, and both Dale Coyne entries. It's the little team that has delivered great cars, Kelly, in all the oval races this season.
And talking to both those teammates, Santino Ferrucci and Sebastian Bourdais, it was kind of like a tale of two wins, because Santino Ferrucci was full of energy, said, I think we've got a really fast car tonight, but his teammate said, I'm not so sure. I think I'm going to be more on the defensive mode early. He felt a little bit outmatched by those Team Penske cars, and now that's exactly what we've seen. Santino on the march forward while his teammates kind of had to hang back and fend off those Team Penske's behind him.
Keep an eye on the leader, Joseph Newgarden. His lead has gone from 2 seconds down to 1.5 seconds. He just radioed in about 3 laps ago and said, I'm really loose. Tim Cindric said, you've got a big gap. You can back it up a little bit right now. And he also said, we really can't pit early. And look at this 3 wide here, splitting one of the Carpenter cars right there in the middle. The racing's heating up. His tires go away.
Sato runs it in there deep and runs high. Got passed by about 2 or 3 cars on the exit. There was 3 wide going in there. Sato went in super deep and then ran way up the track.
Now he's desperately trying to get back onto the line as Sato, because I think the marbles build very quickly here at Gateway, and now he's under pressure from Matheus Lay. Sato going straight to the back.
Yeah,
He went from 5th. He's gone from 5th to 21st. And let's have a look at that moment again. Connor Daly, Ed Carpenter. This is the view from Connor. That's Tony Kanaan up there.
Oh, big loose moment for Connor Daly. He backs everybody up in the corner, and then now you watch Sato on the inside here, comes sailing down the inside and whistles it in here and runs right up the track. Connor able to hold the position, but there's Sato going up the track behind him. Watch this. Connor able to maintain position, but watch Sato just go sliding up the track.
Oh, man. What a save that was from Connor Daly as we ride on board with Graham Rahal. There you see Ed Carpenter sliding back under Sato, and Sato just absolutely hanging on.
Watch me. Go, go!
Now watch him in comparison to Joseph Newgarden and Scott Dixon.
Big burnout by Power. You can spin those tires and turn the tire on the rim, but this is going to be close as they come to the exit. Power's coming out onto the warm-up lane here.
He's got a chance. Power's got a chance. Newgarden's at speed. It's close between the Penske teammates, but Newgarden takes the top spot.
Oh, we got traffic here.
Ferrucci and Kimball.
This is trouble for Ferrucci. He's got to get in line.
It's going to be a drag race, though. They're going to come off the button, and the yellow's out.
Yellow. Follow behind you. Follow.
Turn 4. There's something happened. That's where the yellow is.
Oh, somebody's gone into
That's
the
Power.
wall.
I think that's Power.
I wonder if he got together with his teammate or
tried to make a move and went high. Yeah. He was the guy advocating for the high line, you know, asking drivers to run up there to open it up into 2 lanes, and you can see.
Yeah, I'm okay.
You can see the marbles on offline, and it wouldn't surprise me that he tried to go high and already only 50 laps into the race. If the tires are wearing that quickly, that rubber has to go somewhere, Paul.
Yes, it
usually goes
does.
high on the racetrack.
And he could have tried that outside move. He wanted to do that. He was doing it last night. And here we got the replay now, so let's have a look. Yeah, he just got high. He's out of the groove.
He's not even racing anybody.
First lap out of the pits. It's over for Will Power. Scott Dixon sitting on pit lane. The championship hopeful, the reigning series champion, is now a lap down. There is some issue. You saw it in non-stop. They added some water to the system. They asked Scott to rev the car a couple of times.
No, let's just go to the garage now and fix it.
Yeah, they've got big problems going back to the garage, so any number of things could happen.
Not the front flare, it's the radiator.
For some reason, a rock maybe went through the radiator, but they are losing fluid, so they tried to top it up, and it's just not happening. So they're going to have to go back to the garage and work on this. This is going to put him many, many laps down.
Total disaster for Dixon. The march and the points has been so consistent and strong the last 4 races, but like Alexander Rossi at Pocono, the Ganassi boys are going to go back, get this thing fixed, put him back out in this race, and try to score whatever points possible. And sometimes you get pickup on these tires after a long yellow, so this restart could be crazy.
He's got to make quick work of the car in front of him, and you can see him. He's ready.
Leave it, go.
Set to go back to racing here at Gateway. James Hinchcliffe is the race leader. Here comes Santino Ferrucci up the inside. outside. Not quite close enough. Yes, he is. Straight up the inside of Charlie Kimball.
He needed to make that move early, so now he can just sit on the back of James Hinchcliffe and ride for a little bit. This guy's got moves, Townsend.
He really does, and he also has great maturity. He's patient as Connor Daly sends it into turn 3 and has to get on the brakes, almost loses it again. And Daly's got a run now on Rossi.
Brakes were glowing on Connor Daly's car going into 3. They're 3 wide on the front straightaway.
Colton Herter on the inside of Simon Pagenaud. Rossi on the outside. Alexander Rossi.
Once again, Rossi is fearless on these short ovals. That was close.
I thought Power said you couldn't use the high line. Rossi was way up top. He's still working the top groove.
Keep in mind, during that long yellow, the sweeper trucks were out to clean the line, and here comes Connor Daly for another run.
These guys are best buddies. Hunter Ray's now in the mix. Will he make it 3 wide?
Ryan Hunter-Reay in his 250th career start in IndyCar racing. What's tonight got in store for Captain America? There he is in that familiar yellow and red DHL Honda.
That's tight.
Carpenter tried to go on the inside of Kanaan.
Big block by Kanaan down the back straightaway. Carpenter looked almost in the grass.
Hinchcliffe, Ferrucci, the teammates are 2nd and 3rd. Newgarden, championship leader, is 4th, and then Felix Rosenquist.
I'll bet Ed Carpenter is not too thrilled with Tony Kanaan right now. Nobody knows how to
Big
make
time
it.
block by TK. I did the brakes, did not go in the grass.
Nobody knows how to make the back of an IndyCar wider than Tony Kanaan.
Ferrucci just sitting on the back.
Here's Newgarden.
Here comes
past
Newgarden.
Kimball.
Getting past Kimball, now starting to march his way forward. He's got to catch Bourdais. How much will Bourdais try to protect his teammate?
Back up front, James Hinchcliffe has got mirrors full of the 21-year-old Santino Ferrucci. Look at this.
He's got to run.
A 6-time race winner in Hinchcliffe, a pole position winner at the Indy 500, is being hounded by the rookie. Let's ride with him.
And look at the hands. Look at how calm and collected the hands are. Total confidence. In upper left, look at Rossi's move. Again, 3 wide. You couldn't put a feeler gauge between Rossi and Pagenaud.
Pagenaud fights back, and then Rossi just keeps it on the top side, but couldn't get around up there. Gets a little bit loose. Hunter-Reay right here gets a nice run down the front straightaway.
He makes it about 5 wide.
Has to back out of it. Smart move by Hunter-Reay, but he gets overhauled by Ed Carpenter.
And he's in a lot of dirty air right here, trying to lay the power down. Makes a move on Marco Andretti, his teammate.
Boy, that was busy. That was so busy.
And we still have to see Connors on board, which I think we'll get to from that restart, because Daly just absolutely went for it. A Saturday night send it into turn 3, and he had to check up. Let's take a look at this.
This is the Gallagher on board of Connor Daly. I'm coming. Here I come. Here I am.
And he made it work. I mean, he was able to collect the car, and the groove opened up down low, and he had the traction, Paul, down the front straight.
Watch all these replays. Santino Ferrucci is absolutely hounding the back of James Hinchcliffe right now. Got another nice run off the corner. Bourdais not able to do anything, but Santino's looking for a way by. He's definitely faster, and I think he's going to get a good run right here.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Hey, you got a run on him now. T4 in him. He's moving around, trying to make him lose the slipstream.
Pancho Carter is his spotter, old school IndyCar sprint car driver, and he's done wonders with this kid, coaching him.
He has never stood on an IndyCar podium, and he is on the lips of many teams for season 2020. He's not confirmed at Dale Coyne yet for next year.
It's early times right now, but he's sniffing at a win tonight.
Could he be a potential driver at the new Arrow McLaren SP? What do you think, Robin Miller?
Well, I said that last week on our telecast, and Zach Brown sent me a text message. He says, I'm watching, I'm listening, he's on our list. But Michael Cannon, the veteran engineer for Santino, said, oh, here he goes, baby, inside. We'll see if he makes it.
He's got it.
The new leader right there,
Right,
Santino Ferrucci. Anyway, Mike Cannon
You
said,
really rolled out.
Lee,
You're clear.
He's only made one change in this car all weekend. He said this kid's a dream to work with, and now he's the leader.
What a move, too. He timed it down the back straightaway. Hinch put the big-time squeeze on him, Townsend, and he just stuffed it in there, turn 3.
And I think James Hinchcliffe just had a big issue, or sorry, Newgarden just had a big issue battling with Hinch in turn 4. We talked about the marbles and how these green flag stops could be an issue. We're going to look for the replay as Ferrucci continues to circulate here.
Hunter Ray's been serviced and sent.
Ferrucci's coming in.
Watch this, guys. Looking out the back of Hinch. Here comes, this is exactly what I was talking about. Too wide. Newgarden sends it, and he gets up into the gray.
That was lucky. He did not hit, he did hit the wall. He brushed the wall.
So one Penske car is already out of the race. That is Will Power. How close was it for the championship leader? Not quite sure he brushed it, PT, but boy, that was close. Coming to green, and it's a 21-year-old rookie leading a 4-time series champion. They just so happen to be teammates at Dale Coyne Racing. Look a little further back. Here comes Alexander Rossi. Joseph Newgarden, the championship leader, sees his rival go right around the outside.
And gets both of them. But he runs up high a little bit. He tried to get Hinchcliffe on the outside, but it didn't work. And now Newgarden fights back.
Here comes Daly again.
Whoa! Big sideways of Pagenaud on entry.
That was Rosenquist.
That was Rosenquist in that Monster Energy paint scheme for this weekend, but Connor Daly loves throwing it in there into turn 3, and here comes Colton Hurt on Rosenquist.
A couple of rookies going at it.
Track has been cleaned up during that yellow break. You can see the high groove working again, but Rossi has cleared Newgarden, and that is going to help his championship.
One of the 4 main title contenders has had a big blow tonight. That's Scott Dixon. Here's a big blow for Spencer Piggott.
Spencer Piggott's had an ill-handling car all night. Blisters on the first run, early pit stop, and he's hit the wall pretty hard. I think he might be lights out because he's just rolling down the track there.
No, he's moving.
Visor up.
Visor up, he's moving around. That's good to see. It looked to me as we cut away like he was too wide with somebody. I couldn't tell who it was. Let's take a look at the replay.
Oh, yeah. He went inside
with
Kimball, and it's tight down there. He just was on the apron there below the white line, and it got sideways. A pretty hard hit here in the safer barrier.
Hunter Ray knows he backs way out of it. He's just gonna watch.
Yeah, he's on the curb and
now commit. Nice job, Ryan Hunter-Reay. When in doubt, both feet out.
Graham Rahall's view.
No.
Now you can see he's in the grass on the curb. Got squeezed by the Carlin car, and then pretty hard hit there.
Let's go back to green, here under the lights. Watch the third car. Zach Veach making a move. Alexander Rossi on the inside of Hinchcliffe.
And Rossi makes it work up the inside. Newgarden now is going to have a run, and back there's Rosenquist and Daly side by side.
Zach Veach tried to make a move on Bourdais, and he's still trying on the back straight, and they're banging wheels down the back straight.
Veach is trying to get his lap back. He's trying to get back onto the lead lap. He's up to second now. He's trying to work on Ferrucci to get back onto the lead lap. That was sketchy. Here comes Rossi.
How Bourdais didn't lose it there, but Newgarden now on the outside. James holds tight, backs off a little bit, but the action up front with Bourdais and Veach was incredible.
Look at Daly. Daly's got a run now on Rosenquist. This is Daly's corner. He likes entry speed here. Let's see what he does. He fires it in once again.
The turn 3 master at Gateway is Connor Daly. And Colton Herta is in the mix on fellow rookie Rosenquist again. Watch the white car pop out.
Herta gets a run down the front straightaway. Perfectly timed, perfectly executed into turn 1.
All these young Americans showing their stuff here at Gateway on the short oval. Rosenquist now under pressure from Pagenaud.
Veach is trying to unlap himself. He came in, topped up, and put fresh tires on, so that's going to show you later in the race, fresh tires. Ferrucci just needs to let him go and chill out here. He's not racing. He just put himself back on the lead lap, so don't worry about him, Santino.
Here's that
look at
exchange between Bourdais and Veach. No, you don't.
The one down in turn 3 was the one here. Watch as they come down the back straightaway. Veach goes around the outside, and Bourdais was flat sideways in the middle of the corner right here. Watch this.
Still there, still there, still there.
When this shuffles out in the sequence, what about...
But, Lee.
Oh!
Whoa!
Bourdais spins and breaks the rear suspension as it goes around. I don't know if that's... Oh, he hit the wall up there, it looks like.
In the marbles.
I know you're all right there, bud. I have no idea what happened. No idea.
I don't know if he brushed the wall or the suspension broke. Got a lot of things going on all at once. Cars are in the pits at the same time.
I was just about to say that even though Newgarden is ahead of Ferrucci, he's going to need some yellow to make it, and then this happens to give him that yellow.
He brushed the wall.
Bourdais just gets high.
Yeah, brushed the wall, bent the suspension, and then it broke as he spun. Veach barely misses him.
Who was that on the low side? Somebody went right up
Might have
against
been
the
Ferrucci.
Whoa, what a
another amazing
This guy is
escape.
unbelievable.
He's done it again.
Man, that makes me nervous, though. Look at Connor Daly. Everybody's slowing up, and Ferrucci finds a gap and just punches it.
Again, he uses the throttle as his friend and gets by. What a shame for Sebastian Bourdais.
And we need to update what's going on here because Sato, Kanaan, and Carpenter and Newgarden all benefited because they were able, what they did is they lapped Rossi and Ferrucci when they pitted under green. They put those guys a lap down, and then they got lucky and pitted under yellow. So right now, you're looking at the
1, 2,
race
3,
leader
4. Yeah.
on the right strategy, on fresh tires, on the right fuel. How in the world did that play out so well? That's what happens on a short oval when you pit under green or you get lucky under yellow.
And let's not forget the fact that Takuma Sato started 5th, had a horrible opening stint and went to last, and has worked his way back up onto the lead lap and into the lead of this race. Coming back to green with 44 laps left to run in this Bommarito Automotive Group 500. Newgarden pops out of the line. He wants to go on the inside of his old team boss, and here comes Rossi again. Newgarden hangs tough though and says, not this time.
Oh, look at Santino Ferrucci around the outside of Zach Veach. Ferrucci is mad. He wants that lead back.
He's going to make a move on Rossi if he gets down there on the inside. Connor Daly again on the inside with the brakes glowing. Kanaan hanging tough. Look at this group of cars. These guys in the back are on new tires. Marco Andretti and Connor Daly banging wheels on the front straightaway.
Somebody's all over the apex. That's James Hinchcliffe almost getting backwards.
And Pagenaud and Hinchcliffe.
What's the 4 car doing?
Wild stuff on this opening lap of the restart. Everyone diving and jostling for position. The Arrow Schmidt-Peterson teammates are together, but it's Takuma Sato who leads Tony Kanaan and Ed Carpenter.
And Sato's checking out.
Checking out. Kanaan there is going to try to hang on to that second place.
Don't forget that Sato qualified 5th, struggled mightily on the opening stint, went all the way to the back, but then kind of hung in there.
Here comes Newgarden, got a run on Carpenter. He looks to the outside. You've got your contender behind you. Don't need to remind you about Mid-Ohio, but he's got the guys he needs behind him, and he's on fresher tires.
Santino Ferrucci running 6th. That's Alexander Rossi just up the road.
You won't be happy with that after leading nearly 100 laps.
Here's a replay of the Hinch-Hunter Ray battle. Hinch going up the inside, Hunter Ray coming down, and I don't think Hunter Ray would have known Hinch was there.
Threading the needle, Simon Pagenaud. But look at Ferrucci has gotten by Rossi.
That's a terrific move on used tires. Ferrucci and Rossi both on used tires, and I think Rossi has got to save as much fuel as he can probably to make it to the end.
Championship leader is the next on Ferrucci's list.
Yeah, Rossi's now got to go in save mode. There's really nothing he can do. These guys at the front have topped up fresh tires, and he has no bullets to fight with.
And obviously the Rossi camp has figured out it would take a lot of yellow. Let's go ahead and get in now, try to run some fast laps and make our way back through, because he was saving so much, he was giving up all kinds of spots on the track.
It's going to cost him a lap and a half, or maybe almost 2 laps. Have a little bit of problem on the outside front, a 7-1 stop, but this is disastrous now.
Yep, power swings massively in Newgarden's favor as far as the complexion of the championship.
Ferrucci's right back on Newgarden, so he's still hungry for a podium finish. Ferrucci is. Newgarden just trying to nurse it home, knowing that as they run right now, his championship lead would be 46 points.
Does Newgarden let him go and play it safe? Ferrucci wants another good finish.
I think
he's
so.
Right there.
I don't think Joseph would fight it too hard, knowing that Alexander Rossi,
he's got to run,
is way down in 13th place.
Ferrucci got another good exit off the back straightaway.
Carpenter on Canard.
Oh, Carpenter slides by.
What can Ed Carpenter do with clean air and 4 laps to go? How fast is he going to close on Sato?
Well, he's left Canard behind. Canard may be in danger of missing the podium.
Does Newgarden go for that podium like he did at Mid-Ohio? Is he going to stuff it in on Canard? Here comes Ferrucci with a run coming off the corner. A great exit.
Inside here, Ferrucci.
Oh, it's going to be a late one. It's a late one. He whistles it in.
Clear.
Connor Daly style. Ferrucci to 4th.
He can get Canard.
Look at Ed Carpenter. Look at how close he is. Ed Carpenter, that lap was half a second quicker than Takuma Sato.
2 laps to go. 2.5 miles will determine this race. And Ed Carpenter is in with a shot of victory. He was last night in final practice. I spoke with his engineer, Peter Craig, today. He said, it wasn't looking good. It sure is looking good now.
He's got a run there. He's got a nice run coming off the corner. Does he go for it? Coming to the white flag.
1 to go.
1.25 miles left in this race. Under the lights, the final oval of 2019.
Ferrucci's got a run coming off the turn 2. He's right there. Canard blocks.
Oh,
he's going to make him go in the gray. Oh, this could be disastrous.
Backs out of it.
Oh, no. He's going to lose it.
Hold on. The checkered flag is waiting. Is it Sato? Is it Carpenter? It's going to be close. It's Takuma Sato.
Oh!
Newgarden. You're the man.
Is that Newgarden?
That's Newgarden.
The championship leader spins.
He's losing points with every pass here. There's Rossi.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Rossi beats him to the line.
How in the world did that happen?
That was the most insane race I have ever seen.
Takuma Sato is going to hug everyone in sight right now and celebrate win number 5 as an IndyCar driver. Remember, that includes the Indianapolis 500 as well. He's won for A.J. Foyt. He's won now 2 times for Bobby Rahal and Mike Lanigan and David Letterman. Takuma, this last week, I know has not been one you enjoyed. What's the significance of coming back and winning on this oval tonight?
It's just the support, you know. Thank you for IndyCar fans. Thank you for the fans all over the world. Japan, USA, Europe. These people, the team, made this happen. You know, all the way to support. The last couple of days, it was tough. But we kept going, head down, did our job, and obviously today was a little lucky in terms of strategy, but we were fast, so it was great.
You came from the back. I want to go back to the start of this race. You had a good starting position and 5th, and it got really hairy. What happened at the beginning when you lost all those spots?
I don't know, it probably was a 3 wide, 4 wide, and we gently touched, I think it was a hinge grade, I don't remember, but it was tough. I mean, I lost the moment twice, but I don't know. I mean, we made it happen today, and a really big thank you to the team. Incredible team.
Watch the Grand Prix of Portland, Sunday, September 1st at 3 p.m. on NBC.